Major All-Star Tournament Championship game. Tournament hosted by Forest Ranch Little League. Our District 31 Tournament Director, Mark Bernstein. The teams for this evening's game, the visitors from the Mesa National Little League, and the home team from Encinitas National Little League. Our volunteer umpires for tonight's game. Behind the flag, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Robbie Mitchell. At first base, Mike Elkins. Mike also has the honor this year of representing their district in the Senior Baseball Regional Tournament. At second base, Vince Corona. And at third base, Doug Smith. If I could have a player from each team come forward and lead us in the Little League pledge, please. Guys, the flag is behind you on the backside. Please remove your caps. Little League pledge, please.
That's a broken with the ball.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. I'd like to introduce Forest Ranch President and current
If I didn't have a wiffle ball in my car,
Ashley.
I just would have asked somebody to come. Yeah, but I'm gonna have a little break. You okay with that?
Playing over at first base for Encinitas National Little League is Mark Roberts. Second base, it will be Marcus Alazard. Mickey Moniak will be at shortstop. And at third base will be Blake Miller. Jack Cashman is in left field. Dylan Hadley's in center field. Jared Lyles is in right field. Pitcher is Nick Scheidler. And Scheidler's first pitch to the first batter for La Mesa National, Jake Goddard, is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. La Mesa National Little League versus Encinitas National Little League. And the next pitch is down too low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Jake Goddard. Stephen Aulette is on deck, and Brighton Hornbrook is in the hole. The next pitch is down for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to count to Goddard. La Mesa National, in their very first game in the sectionals, they found a way to win it in the bottom of the 6th inning They had a home run in that inning in order to get them, to help them win that ball game. And they are here in the winner's bracket trying to win a championship here. If they lose today, then they will end up playing Encinitas National again tomorrow. The next pitch is slowly rolled foul at the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. To Jake Goddard. In this particular game, La Mesa National is the visiting team. Both teams have power. Fouled away by Goddard. La Mesa National working on their hitting. Prior to this game, both teams working on their hitting. Little extra help by former Cal State Fullerton star Melissa Odom in the portable backstop, and that ball hit down to third base, and aboard is Jake Goddard as the third baseman could not hold on to it. Blake Miller over there on third base and just couldn't haul that one in. Now here's Stephen Aulette. Runner at first base now, nobody out. Scheidler's pitch is a strike. Both teams have their pitchers being taxed throughout this sectional. The next one by Scheidler is down too low and outside. 1-1 to count to Aulette. Brighton Hornbrook is on deck. Hit over the head of Scheidler and into center field. And coming up quickly with it, Dylan Hadley and getting it in. And now La Mesa National is in business early with nobody out. They've got runners now on first and second. And here's Brighton Hornbrook. Hornbrook stepping in from the right side. Pitch to Hornbrook is on the lower half of the strike zone for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The count. Scheidler in a bit of a problem here in the top half of the first inning. Can he work himself out of it for Encinitas National? The next pitch is down too low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. You're watching Langevin Productions with George on a camera. I'm Greg G.K. Porter. Happy to be with you. 4S Ranch, Little League Field. This one is hit hard into center field and over the fence. It'll be a ground rule double. 2 bases, and 1 run will score. And it is 1-0. So Hornbrook takes that pitch right at me here in left center field. Fortunately, it took a bounce. I got out of the way. And it's 1-0. Aulette is at third base now. Hornbrook is, of course, at second. Here's Austin Odom. Odom, the third baseman, wearing number 26. Pitch to Odom from the right side is down too low for a ball. Could be a hard-fought game. Both of these two teams have the ability to deposit the ball over the fence. And next pitch is down low for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. The count to Austin Odom. Nate Jarvis is on deck for La Mesa National. Scheidler's pitch is down, too low for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes as he's falling behind Austin Odom. Now the third base coach wanting to talk to Austin Odom. And there might be a pitching change here. And just a timeout on the field, no pitching change. All the position players coming in, exception of the center fielder and the right fielder, coming in to talk to Scheidler and kind of give him a word of encouragement. Try to get it out here. Three balls and 1 strike to count to Odom. Runners on second and third. Odom and his team leading 1-0. Ground ball down to third. Third baseman can't get it. It's 2-0. And that's a base hit. And an RBI. Scoring Stephen Owlett. 2-0 early here in the top half of the first as Hornbeck goes over to third base. Still nobody out. There may be a pitching change. Let's see. We'll be right back. Mickey Moniak is coming into the game to pitch now. Shortstop now is Marcus Alizard, who had been playing second base. Jake Cashman is now playing second base. Out in left field is Jared Lyles now. Two to nothing, La Mesa National leads. Moniak is the best pitcher for Encinitas National. Trying to get some outs here as there's nobody out here in the top half of the first inning. And striking out here is Nate Jarvis. And that ball is down too low. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Jack Arvizu, the center fielder. And that pitch is down too low, and coming in from third is Brighton Hornbrook. And it is now 3-0. Odom moves down to second base on a pass ball. Two balls and 1 strike to count to Arvizu. Right-hander rocks and deals right back to him. Looks the runner at second base and goes over to first for the out, and there's 2 down now. So 2 gone in the top half of the first inning for La Mesa National, but they lead 3-0 already. And this will bring up to bat Jackson Hewlett, number 19, second baseman. A runner at second base, and he would love to come around and score as he's in scoring position. Ball is hit into right field and caught for the final out of the inning. But not before they get 3 runs, as Mark Roberts making the catch there. And it is 3-0 La Mesa National as we go down to the bottom half of the first inning. At first base will be Nate Jarvis. Jackson Houlette at second base. At shortstop is Stephen Aulette. Austin Odom is at third base. Cody Brown is in left field. Jack Arvizu is in center field. Dallas Cunningham is in right field. Brighton Hornbrook is the catcher. Jake Goddard is the pitcher. And here we go in the bottom half of the first inning for Encinitas National. They are down 3-0, but they have ability to hit the baseball. Obviously, they wouldn't be in the sectionals if they couldn't. Number 36 is Marcus Alizard. Starting it off, and Alizard watches the first pitch outside for a ball. One ball and no strikes, the count. Hit foul down at third baseline. Out of play. Alizard, Moniak, and Dylan Hadley. 3 guys who know how to handle things at the plate. Next pitch is a strike, and it's 1-2. Down too low for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Two delivery, slap foul at the plate behind the catcher. Still 2-2 to Marcus Alizard. Slap down the third base line by Austin Odom, but it's foul. Still 2-2 as Alizard being late, but he still is making contact. Two and two to count to Alizard. The right-hander rocks and deals. Pitch down too low for ball 3. Heard some groans there from the La Mesa National partisans. Not really happy with the home plate umpire's call that time. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count to Alizard. 3-2 delivery, a slap down to first base over to first base coach. Alizard staying tough at the plate, making Jake Goddard throw a lot of pitches. This one is hit tough and hard over the fence for a home run. Home run Marcus Alizard, and it is 3-1. And I just mentioned that Encinitas National could hit the long ball, and they just proved it right there to start off the game for them in the bottom half of the first inning. So they will not be shut out in this game. which if you're the Encinitas National partisans, you definitely believe there's no way they could be shut out in a game. And they proved it again for another game in this sectionals. And there's more than likely many more to come. Mickey Moniak, who can hit the ball long. Pitch to him is outside and low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Mickey wearing number 59 from the left-hand side. Got him on the inside corner of the plate. And Mickey not able to get it. It's 1-1. Potentially championship game here for La Mesa National of this section. Two balls and 1 strike. Is that one down too low and outside? Hadley on deck. Dylan can also hit the long ball. Pitch to Moniak is high. And now it is 3 balls and 1 strike. This could be one of those games that La Mesa National faced in the very first game of this section against Rancho Buena Vista. In which lots of runs scored in that game as Moniak draws the walk. Dylan Hadley steps in from the right side. Hadley, number 13, a center fielder. Got a lot of pop in his bat. His team down by 2. First pitch is a strike in the outside corner. 0-1 to count. Nick Scheidler on deck. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-1. If you're watching this on public access, we hope you enjoy it. From 4S Community Park. As the next one is waved at and missed. As there's the Boys and Girls Club, the Greater San Diego Boys and Girls Club, right behind us. And elementary school up on the hill with homes, as you see, to the backdrop. Community of 4S Ranch. Above the 56 freeway here in San Diego, North County. This one's fouled away. Encinitas coming over from the coastline to play over here. 4S Ranch, Little League home field. Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you with George Langevin doing the video work. Ground ball and the throw. They try to get a double play, is not in time at first base. So Hadley is aboard on the fielder's choice. And 1, 2, 3, or make that 1, 2, 6 for the first out of the inning. Nick Scheidler, the batter. 1 out. Scheidler, potential tying run at the plate. Scheidler wearing number 3. He's played first base first inning. That ball gets away from the catcher, and going down to second base is Dylan Hadley, number 13. So Hadley's at second base. Scheidler has a 1-1 count to him. With 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. We've just got started here at 4S Ranch Community Park. Two balls and 1 strike to count to Scheidler. Jake Cashman waiting on deck. The pitch by Goddard. It's outside. And he did not go. So it is 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Three and 1. Count to Scheidler. Pops it up foul behind the backstop. Over there by where they're cooking. Looked like it was a little deeper than where they were at, but it was close. Don't want to hit those hamburgers and hot dogs over there. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. 1 out. Pitch to Scheidler. Slow roller down to third base. Third baseman throws over to first. Not in time. As legging that one out is Nick Scheidler. Nice job by Austin Odom to hold the runner there. And his throw to first base was not in time. Now here's Jake Cashman. Pitch to Cashman is fouled away hard into the other baseball field over there. Hopefully nobody got hit by that ball. As the other day we were here on a Sunday and they did not have anybody playing, but they do have some youngsters over there playing. Fouled away again over into that field. No balls and 2 strikes as Jake Goddard is ahead against Jake Cashman. Cashman up there trying to get his hacks. Hadley at second base. Scheidler's at first. With only 1 out. The bottom of the first. The next pitch is a little bit outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goddard would have loved to have had that one to get that second out of the inning, but it wasn't to go. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Cashman hits it hard. To right field. Right fielder calling for it and makes the play. And holds both runners at their bases. Just getting back was Dylan Hadley at second as the throw came in quickly. Shortstop applying the tag. So Cashman flying out to right field for the second out of the inning. And now brings up to bat number 33, Mark Roberts. Roberts, the first baseman. Roberts still has a chance to get an RBI here. He's got Hadley at second base. And when I say that, meaning by getting a base hit. And if he gets an extra base hit, he may very well plate 2 runs and tie the game. No balls and 1 strike, though. He's behind in the count. Jake Goddard works to the plate. A little bit too low, and there goes Hadley down to third. He slides in safely. It gets by the third baseman, and now coming in to third base is Nick Scheidler, and Scheidler is safe aboard at third, and scoring is Hadley, and it is 3-2. So Scheidler is around to third base. And Roberts with an 0-2 count to him. But his team is 1 run closer with a 3-2 score in favor of La Mesa National here in the first inning. Pull up your beverage, your snack. We're going to be here for a while. Already 5 runs have come across home plate. And Roberts won't be able to get that one as he strikes out. Goddard getting the strikeout, his first one of the game. And that ends the inning, but they get 2 runs. And it is 3-2 as we go to the top of the second. La Mesa National. All right, here at the top of the second inning for La Mesa National. And it's going to be Dallas Cunningham. Cunningham will be followed by Cody Brown and then Jake Goddard. First pitch by Moniak is a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count to Cunningham. And the next one is a strike, and it's 0-2. Moniak want to try and get him 3 up and 3 down. He had a tough time before he came in. Waved at and didn't get it. So Dallas Cunningham strikes out. If you're La Mesa National, you're saying we need more runs. There's only a 1-run gap between themselves and Encinitas National. Cody Brown is a batter, number 27, left fielder. And he's trying to get one in the lower half of the strike zone and can't. No balls and 1 strike to count. And now his third base coach wants to talk to him. L.B. Havard, Eddie Arizu, and Melissa Odom, the coaching staff for La Mesa National. No balls and 1 strike to count to Cody Brown. Cody skies it up. Try to get it as Moniak, but he'll run out of room as it hits the top part of the protection, the little overhang. Kind of scary. There's a little bit of a gap between that fence and that overhang in the stand. So fans over there concerned when that ball is popped up like that. 0-2 to count to Cody Brown. And down too low for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brown and his teammates in the winner's bracket. They win this game, they win the section. If they lose this game, they still can win the section, but they'll have to go again tomorrow night against the same club, Encinitas National Little League. 2-2 now, the count to Brown. Moniak has the sign he wants, and he comes to the plate, and it's a little high for ball 3. And now that count is ridden to full. As Brown, a little wilder in the strike zone. Or I should say Moniak to Brown, and works to Brown this time and gets him on the outside corner to wave at it and miss. To the second out of the inning now, as that is a second strike in a row now by Mickey Moniak. Jay Goddard, the top of the order, number 34 is coming up, and Goddard from the left side. Goddard was aboard on the error. And scored. Pitch to Goddard is fouled away. Top of the second inning. 4S Ranch, Little League Park. No balls and 1 strike to count to Jake Goddard. And that next pitch, it's a strike. Nice pitch on the outside corner, and it's 0-2 to Jake Goddard. Moniak going through the series of signs. He has the one he wants, comes to the plate. Goddard takes it to right field. It's deep, going back. It's up against the fence. And Jake Goddard rounding first, going to second, and he's in safely at second base with a double. So Jake Goddard takes that pitch and golfs it all the way to right field. Over the right fielder's head, hitting the fence. And he's got a double standing at second base. And remember, he scored in the first inning. Here's Stephen Owlett. Owlett had a single in his first time up at the plate. That wasn't against Moniak. That was against Scheidler. No balls and one strike now, the count to Owlett. Goddard at second. This one is hit tough into shallow left field. The throw comes into the shortstop, and getting back to first base as he thought about going to second was Owlett, and he's got his second hit of the game. And it is 4-2. He just kind of reached out, kind of fooled on the pitch, but he was able to get enough on the swing and dump it over the shortstop's head. As Alizard would have loved to try to get to that when he couldn't. A little bit too far. And it is 4-2 now. La Mesa National. And in both of the innings, they have played it at least a run. With Owlett at first, here's Brighton Hornbrook. Pitch to Hornbrook is down too low. It gets by the catcher. And going down to second is Owlett. Brighton Hornbrook and his teammates. A lot of them, when they were 9 and 10, got to the sectional final and lost. They are trying to not have to do that tomorrow and try to finish it up today and get what they've been wanting to get for a long time. They lead 4-2. But before this one is over, Encinitas National Little League will have something to say about that. 1-1 to count. And next one is a strike. Or no, it was a ball, so it was outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Owlett standing at second base, who got with his second single of the game. Golfed at the third. And it was a foul ball. Playing over there at third, Jake Cashman. Two balls and 2 strikes now to count to Hornbrook. La Mesa National leading 4-2 here in the top of the second. The next pitch is waved at and not gotten for strike 3, but they do get 1 run here in the top of the second inning, and now they lead 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the second. Brandon Bay steps up to get it going in the bottom half of the second inning for Encinitas National Little League. Down by 2. First pitch, he waves at and can't get it. 0-1. Brandon Bay followed by Grady Beck and then Cade Peterson. Bay wearing number 2. Right side. Next pitch to him. A little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Mesa National Little League has scored runs in both of their innings. Encinitas National trying to do the same thing. One ball and 2 strikes to count to Brandon Bay. Next one's a little outside for ball 2. 2-2. Two and 2 to count. Jake Goddard has the signal he wants. And comes to the plate and is able to get Brandon Bay looking. That is the second strikeout of the game for Goddard. First out in this inning, and here's Grady Beck. Beck, the catcher. Jake Goddard comes to the plate. A little inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The 0-1 delivery is a strike. Now it's 1-1. Grady Beck trying to get on here. 1-1 delivery. Caught the corner for strike 2. 1-2 now. One ball and 2 strikes on just a beautiful day it was today. Well, the sun's still out here in San Diego. The next one is down too low for a ball, and now it's 2-2. Humidity almost non-existent. And anytime you get that in July and August, San Diego County, you'll take it. 2-2. Nothing like the East Coast, but still, we can get that. Fouled away at the plate off the catcher's mask. So Beck staying in there, 2-2. Jake Goddard trying to get his 3rd strikeout of the game. He's got 2 of them already. Here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Cade Peterson waiting on deck. Pitch to Beck, caught the outside corner. And there's 2 gone. So that is the 3rd strike of the game. Or 3rd strikeout, I should say, of the game. And there may be a substitution. We'll see what's going on here in a moment. Cade Peterson, part of the substitution scenario. Peterson, Lyles, and number 52, Duncan. Two down. Bottom half of the 2nd inning. Waved at and can't get it. 1-1 account to Peterson. Two balls and 1 strike to count. 2-1 pitch is over for strike 2. 2-2. Peterson can go to the top of the order if they can get an opportunity. They won't get an opportunity. 3 up and 3 down, and all strikeouts for Jake Goddard. 4-2, La Mesa National as we go to the top of the 3rd. Here's Austin Odom, number 26. Odom had an RBI in the top half of the first inning, even though he flied out. First pitch to him is down too low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Odom followed by Nate Jarvis and Jack Arvizu, if the lineup stayed the same. And down to shortstop. Shortstop. Nice play. Getting it over to first base. And there's 1 out. Marcus Alizard. Good strong throw on that play. (6-3) if you're keeping score. Here's Nate Jarvis. Pitch to Jarvis is waved at and missed. 0-1 to count. Jarvis struck out his first time up at the plate. Next one is low and inside. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball and 1 strike to count to Jarvis. Mickey has the side, comes to the plate a little bit high against Nate. 2 balls and no strikes. And they say that he tried to hold up on his swing and he could not. And it's 0-2. Yeah, it should be 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's what I thought it was. Ground ball hit into left field for a solid single. Little bingo for Nate Jarvis. So again, in every inning, they've been able to get a run across. That could spell doom in this game if that continues to happen. If you're Encinitas National. Here's Jack Arvizu. Arvizu rounded out. He hits this one to the right side, and it goes foul. No balls and 1 strike to Arvizu. Jack hit it to the pitcher last time up, according to the out. One out here in the 3rd inning, the top of the 3rd. Arvizu. No balls and 1 strike to count to him, and now it is high. 1-1. Catcher wants to talk to Mickey Moniak. It's Grady Beck. Actually, take that back. That's Mark Roberts who's talking to him. Fouled away at the plate by Arvizu. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Behind on the count now is Arvizu. Moniak trying to keep La Mesa National off the scoreboard here in the third inning. 1 out. Jarvis at first base. And it gets by Mark Roberts and going down to second base. At second base is Riley Havard. Unless they actually, at least numbers-wise, that's what we have. And he does the running, I guess, Nate Jarvis. And a strikeout for Arvizu. Number 24, Dean Sports steps in. Havard at second base. One ball and no strikes to count. Dean Swartz, part of the substitution package with Jackson Houlet. Jackson might be back in the game before the end of it. Here in the third inning. One ball and one strike to Swartz. Pitch is hit hard to right field, but the right fielder has it. And that retires the side. Nice catch that time by number 24, Grady Beck, who's playing out there in right field now. It is still 4-2, La Mesa National. Marcus Alizard stepping in. One ball and no strikes to count. Two balls and one strike to count now as the scoreboard reads. Jake Goddard. Goddard's next pitch is fouled away by Alizard. 2-2 to count here in the bottom of the third inning. Encinitas National Little League behind by 2. They're in the losers bracket, trying to work their way to a championship game tomorrow. Mesa trying to finish it and win the championship of the district. That ball goes foul. 2-2 the count. Goddard gave up a couple of runs in the first inning. That was at the top 3 men in the lineup. Alizar scored and had a base hit. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Count is full. Alizard's trying to start it off again and get some more runs for Encinitas National. They're down by 2 runs. The sun is setting here in the west. That sun going to play havoc with his center fielder as getting the walk is Alizard. As well as the left fielder. He's got the sun to deal with also. Mickey Moniak, and it's going to be a little bit of a discussion before Moniak gets his chance. Mickey Moniak steps up. Moniak was aboard. Or did not get aboard the first time up. He's trying to get aboard now. Take that back. He was aboard on a walk, and then the pitcher threw it over to the shortstop, covering to get him out for the first out of the inning in a first inning. Two balls and one strike to count. Moniak, a dangerous hitter. Pitch to Moniak, it's waved at and he can't get it. And now it's 2-2. 2-2 to Moniak with his teammate Alizard at first base. 2-2 delivery is waved at and he can't get it. And a big strikeout there, getting Moniak, who has a number of home runs in this tournament. First out of the inning, but he's still not out of danger. Here's Dylan Hadley. Pitch to Hadley is a strike on a corner. Hadley, the tying run at the plate in his 4-2 game, La Mesa National here in the bottom of the third. Next one is waved at and he can't get it. Took a little bit off that pitch. 0-2. Goddard really has settled down. He's got 5 strikeouts in this game. Comes to the plate. A little bit high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. To Dylan Hadley. Has to be careful with Hadley. Scheidler is on deck. Pitch is down too low, but going nowhere is Alizard. Holds at first base. Not far enough away from the catcher. 2-2 now to count. Dylan Hadley, Encinitas National. 2-2 delivery is fouled away at the plate. Another half hour, that sun will be back or less. Back behind the hill, and it'll be a lot better for that left fielder and the center fielder. Right now, the sun creating a little bit of a problem. Out and on the corner, and Hadley goes down. Another big strikeout. As you hear the crowd for La Mesa National. 2 down, and Nick Scheidler coming up. He had a base hit, though, the last time up. Pitch to Scheidler, and it hit him. And so Scheidler, hit by the pitch, will be on board with Alizard going to second base. Jake Cashman steps up. Cashman flied out to right field his first time up. Fouled away at the plate. Goddard getting his first strike against Jake Cashman. 2 outs in the inning, but runners at first and second. The go-ahead run, and Jake Cashman at the plate. Goddard comes to the plate, and it's 0-2 now. Six strikeouts in the game for Jake Goddard, trying to get his 7th. Down too low, and it gets away from the catcher. Runners at second and third as both runners move up 60 feet. Alizard standing at third. Scheidler standing at second base. Jake Cashman with a 1-2 count to him. He hits it to the right side, going back deep. It's a home run for Jake Cashman. And Encinitas National Little League leads 5-4 as Cashman drives the ball over the right field fence. As I mentioned early in this game, both of these two teams have the ability to hit it over the fence. Winning the very first game of this sectional was La Mesa National in their final at bat with a home run ball. Getting players on and winning the game. They had hit home runs earlier in the game also. So had the other team that they had played. And now you have a situation where they are behind 5-4 as the home run plating Alizard and Scheidler. Big home run for Jake Cashman and the Encinitas National squad. Here's Mark Roberts, and he fouls it away. Goddard had Encinitas National on the ropes, so to speak, with 7 strikeouts. But he just could not get Cashman, and the big home run gives them the lead now. And now Goddard has to try to get out of this inning with no further damage, as Roberts, who struck out in the first inning, trying to add more for his team in all white. We're only in the 3rd inning. 9 runs have come across home plate. Encinitas National leads now as we go to the 4th, 5-4. Brannick Brown will start it off for La Mesa National, finding themselves behind. They have not been behind in this game. But the 3-run home run in the bottom half of the 3rd inning by Jake Cashman over the right field fence has put them in this position now. Can they come back and take the lead? Moniak, the top pitcher for Encinitas National, throws the first one down too low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Brown. And now that sun has put itself behind the houses on the hill, making it a little bit easier for us out here in center field. And more importantly, the players. Only in right center field and in right is there any sun showing. But he doesn't have a problem with the sun, though, by virtue of the fact he's in right field. 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Brown. And the next one is a strike. 2-2 to Brannick Brown. Brown, number 8 man in the lineup. Next one is waved at, and he couldn't get. He took something off of that pitch, Moniak. One out as Brown strikes out. Cody Brown. There's Riley Havert, and it is foul. Riley, who pinch ran before, and then he is in the ball game. His opportunity to bat out there, as he did not start the game. 0-1 to count. Couldn't get the curveball that time. 0-2 to count. Jake Goddard waiting on deck. Moniak's pitch, waved at and missed. 2 down as Havert strikes out. And that is the unofficially 6th strikeout in the game now for Mickey Moniak. Of course, Jake Goddard, the pitcher's got 7 himself, and he's up at the plate now. This one is hit to left field, and a left fielder, Dylan Hadley, making a catch. And that retires him. 1-2-3. And we will go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It is 5-4, Encinitas National over La Mesa. Blake Miller now steps up for Encinitas National, trying to help his club gain some more runs in this game. And that pitch was high and inside by Jay Goddard. Don't know how many innings Goddard and Moniak will be able to pitch. It'll be interesting to see. And then who can come in to help out right afterwards. That is going to be the key in this game, as it has been a tight game all the way through. 1-run difference right now. Hit to the right side. Second baseman has it. Throws across in time. 4-3 if you're keeping score, retiring Blake Miller. Send up to bat. Evan Encinitas. Well, Encinitas part of that Grady Beck substituting package. And Encinitas getting his opportunity for the first time in the game. Pitch to Encinitas is a strike. Catcher couldn't hold on to it. 0-1 though, the count. Evan Encinitas, number 42. Jake Goddard with 7 strikeouts in this game unofficially. And the next one is outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 to count to Encinitas. Next one is the lower half of the strike zone. Caught the corner. 1-2. Goddard pitched a good game, but he's given up that big home run, and that has hurt him, the 3-run home run in the last inning as he strikes out Iannicello to get his 8th strikeout of the game. A home run by Jake Cashman, who had Alizard and Scheidler aboard. And that's why La Mesa National is down by 1 run. Jared Lyles, the batter. Two balls and no strikes. Now to count to Jared Lyles with 2 out. Lyles making sure that he's not instructed to put out a bunt to get aboard. Goddard comes to the plate. And he gets a strike on the outside corner there. 2 down. Bottom half of the 4th inning, 5-4, Encinitas National in this sectional potentially championship game. If this is won by La Mesa National, then it is the championship game. If it is won by Encinitas National, we'll be back here tomorrow night for what will be the championship game. As Encinitas National coming from the losers bracket. They've lost to La Mesa National before, and they're trying to beat them for the first time in this sectional. And watching that ball go high is Lyles, and he's aboard with a walk. We go to the top of the order, and it's going to be Marcus Alizard. The coaching staff knows that Jake Goddard has pitched a great game, except for the big home run he gave up. And now coming in to pitch will be number 21, Brighton Hornbrook. We'll be right back. Brighton Hornbrook was going to pitch, it looked like, but now the coaching staff has made a decision. They're going to have somebody else pitch. And so we'll find out who that is in just a moment. Stick with us. Yeah, Brighton Hornbrook is going to actually pitch. Something about whether or not he was, the home plate umpire was told about it. Or at least that's what Brighton was telling us. But looks like he's going to actually get an opportunity here to help his team out defensively on the hill. We'll be right back. Marcus Alizard is going to step up here in the 4th inning with 2 outs. Jake Goddard unofficially struck out 8. He allowed 3 hits, and one of them was huge. It was a 3-run home run, and he had 3 walks. Brighton Hornbrook. His first pitch is outside to Alizard. And if you're Encinitas National leading by 1 run, you want to, as the sun is setting in the west, make sure that the chances for La Mesa National have gone away towards winning the championship in this game. And that's just what Alizard has done in a way with a 2-run home run. And now his team leads 7-4. 2-run home run. And it is 7-4. Encinitas National. As Alizard bringing in a run with a 2-run homer. And the top three guys in this lineup can rake. And here's a ball hit into center field for Mickey Moniak. Still in the fourth inning. Dylan Hadley. And he can hit the ball a long way also. Encinitas National out of the losers bracket trying to get to the championship game. And right now, with a 3-run lead and 2 outs, they're getting closer and closer to being able to do that. The further and further they can get away from La Mesa National in this game, the tougher and tougher it'll be to come back. Hornbrook now wants to try to limit the damage here, keep his team within 3 runs. Remember, as I mentioned earlier in the game, that they had in the first game of this sectional against Rancho Buena Vista, won the game in the bottom of the 6th inning. They were down, I believe it was 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and they found a way to win. So they want to try to keep it close. This one is deep to right field. It is caught and then dropped. Moniak is heading around third. Hadley, and Moniak will score, and it is 8-4. As Hadley booms one to right field. The right fielder just caught it, and in his attempt to hold on to it as he slammed against the wall, he lost the baseball. So we're going to give Hadley a double on that one. Remember, this is Little League Baseball. That was an outstanding try, but he just couldn't hold on to it as he backed up against the wall. Lost his balance. 8-4, Encinitas National. This one's hit deep to center field, away back. Center fielder looks up and it's gone. Nick Scheidler hits a 2-run home run. And now the floodgates have opened up for Encinitas National as it is now 9-4. And as that last run comes across and Scheidler make it 10-4. A 2-run home run in this inning. Hadley with a double, and now Scheidler bringing him in with another 2-run HR. And it is 10-4 as they've added another 5 runs here in this inning. Jake Cashman is up there. And remember, Cashman, he hit a home run last time he was up. And that was the big 3-run home run. But it is not over. La Mesa National has an ability to put runs on the board. And we are still in the 4th inning, even though it is a 6-run deficit. Again, we're talking Little League Baseball here. As long as La Mesa National doesn't think about tomorrow and continues to play, they still have a chance. However, not many outs left. They've only got 6 outs left. And again, as I mentioned earlier, that if you're Encinitas National, the more runs you push across the plate and get further away from La Mesa National, you have a better chance at putting this one away. And any more runs might be too much. I'm ready. Dean Swartz is now pitching for La Mesa National, and Mark Roberts is up at the plate. Roberts has struck out twice. His team leads by 6 runs, 10-4. The bottom of the 4th. Waves at and doesn't get the first pitch. 0-1 to count. A big 5 runs in this inning already for Encinitas National Little League to break this game open. They're in the double digits now. And that is always a dangerous proposition if you're the other team and you see the team you're playing in double digits and you're not there yet. Hit to the second baseman, nice play, and he throws over to first base to conclude the inning. But 5 big runs, and it is 10-4 Encinitas National as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Only 6 outs left for La Mesa. Otherwise, they'll be playing tomorrow. Stephen Owlett is the batter. Mickey Moniak is still on the hill for Encinitas National. 6-run lead he starts off with in the top of the 5th inning. No balls and 1 strike to count to Owlett. Seven of the 10 runs in this game have been scored by home runs, by virtue of the home run. A 3-run home run and 2 2-run home runs for Encinitas National. Has got their 10 runs across home plate. Has got 7 of their 10 runs. One ball and 2 strikes to count to Owlett. Moniak just trying to throw strikes. Pitch to contact if needed. They have his teammates make plays and help to end this game. Six strikeouts unofficially for Moniak, who did not start the game. Fouled away by Owlett. But the relief pitching has been stronger than La Mesa National's relief pitching so far. The big difference in the game. And that ball is down too low. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. And youngsters for La Mesa National trying to rally up some enthusiasm. Find a way to get back into this game as they are down by 6. Hit hard down to shortstop. Nice play though. Cross by Marcus Alizard over to his first baseman, Nick Scheidler. 1 down. 6-3 if we're keeping score. Again, pitching to contact can be a good thing. And in the All-Stars, you usually have good defenders. A nice play by Alizard, ranging over towards the bag at second. Make the play. First pitch is down too low to Brighton Hornbrook. Hornbrook has scored 1 of the runs, 1 of the 4 runs in a game for Mesa National. Hits it off the his third base coach. Foul. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Hornbrook. Love to get aboard here, and that's, if you're La Mesa National, you need to get runners on board and try to get the big home run ball yourself. The over-the-fence ball. One ball and 2 strikes to count to Hornbrook. And Brighton, who pitched in that last inning, top of the inning, or bottom of the inning that was not able to do anything defensively, and now offensively not able to help his team out. The 7th strikeout for Mickey Moniak. But one thing is for sure, if Encinitas National Little League gets to the championship game, which at this point with only 4 outs left for La Mesa National, the squad in the dark blue will not, and red, will not have to face Moniak tomorrow. And that could be a good thing. But surely Encinitas National has some other pitchers that they will use to try and hold La Mesa National down tomorrow in a potential championship game. Nice play by Alizard across the diamond, and 3 up and 3 down. We will go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, and it is still 10-4, Encinitas National. And now stepping up here in the bottom of the 5th inning is Blake Miller, and a nice catch by the center fielder. Dean Swartz making that catch. That was Brandon Bay, batter on that. Evan Iannicello, the batter. Iannicello watches that one outside and low. Well, Mesa National Little League knows that they will live for another day in this section if they cannot come up with the 6 runs as it stands right now in the top of the 6th inning. And they know they will not have to face the #1 pitcher for Encinitas National. They still have hopes that they can win a championship for the section. Two and two to count. Hit down the left field line, but foul. Iannicello being tough up there. This was hit off the shortstop's glove and thrown in. So Iannicello getting a solid base hit. It'll be a substitution as part of the K. Peterson, Jared Lyles, Luke Duncan package. It is. One out in the inning. Luke against Swartz.
Are you definitely going to be doing something color-wise or PA during the game? I mean, we're going to do a broadcast at least at the end. Well, then they have to pay for someone. I know. That's what I'm saying. There's a position no matter what. Because what I would say is this. I'd still like to do, maybe we can get, here's what I would do. ASI would.
This one is hit into shallow left field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Runners at first and second now. Luke Duncan with the base hit. Runners on first and second, and now the all-dangerous top of the order with Marcus Alazard. He's already hit a 2-run home run in this game. Scored twice. Pitch is outside for a ball.
Do you think they'd even be open to like a few games?
This one is hit and caught by the third baseman, ranging over towards the dugout of Encinitas National. 2 gone. And here's Mickey Moniak. Right in Hornbrook, who's playing third base now, made that last play. Hornbrook was out in center field at one time. Boy, they move him around in Little League Baseball. Fouled away at the plate by Moniak. His team already has enough runs to put this one away, but he's trying to add to it. Runners at first and second, hit deep to left field. Left fielder goes back and makes a catch. Nice play by Havert, Riley Havert. Went back to the warning track to keep it a 10-4 game. 3 outs left for La Mesa National in order to win the championship, or they'll have to come back and try again tomorrow. 3 outs left for La Mesa National to try to wrap it up tonight. And stepping up, Riley Havert. Correction, it's Nate Jarvis up there, and Jarvis fouls it away over into his stands, and thankfully somebody's able to catch it. Nate Jarvis back up there at the plate. He started the game, he struck out, and Jarvis now wants to start it off for his team, try to get on board. They need base runners, and then they need to try to hit one out or get a bunch of extra base hits to come back. They're down by 6 with only 3 outs to work with under the lights here at the 4S Ranch, Little League Park, and it goes right over to the first baseman, and he goes to the bag unassisted. Inicello at first base now. Nice play. 1 down in the top of the 6th. Jack Arvizu. Arvizu is grounded out. Arvizu is struck out. Hits it right back up the middle. And Moniak dodging away from that baseball. as it goes up into center field for a base hit for Jack Arvizu. They need more than just Arvizu on the base paths. With one out here in the top of the 6th. Up there is Dean Swartz. Moniak trying to finish this one out for his team and get him into the championship game. This was really the championship game for them because there was no tomorrow. And if they can get the next 2 outs before being tied in this game, they'll be tomorrow. And then it'll be the official championship game for the district, as both teams will have a loss in this double elimination 6-team tournament in San Diego County. That ball is down too low. Moniak. 3 balls and no strikes. To Dean Swartz. Looked like there might be a new pitcher coming in for Moniak, as he might be running out of pitches. He's had a whale of a game on the hill. Getting a strike there, and it's 3-1. Seven strikeouts unofficially. Moniak. And will not get the 8th strikeout as is down too low. As Dean Swartz is aboard. Remember I mentioned before that La Mesa National has come back already in this tournament in the bottom of the frame. In the first game against RBV to win. Even if they do grab the lead, Encinitas National will have an opportunity to have their say before it's over. They got the 6-run lead right now. Moniak would love to get another couple of outs to finish it out here. Keep his teammates fresh somewhat for tomorrow night. And if you're La Mesa National, you want to find a way to end it tonight and get ready for Saturday. Swung on and missed. They had to plate. Dallas Cunningham up there. Is Brannick Brown a part of that substitution package? Cunningham back in here. Pitch to Cunningham is outside. 2-2 now to Dallas Cunningham. Havard on deck. Unless they put Cody Brown back in. Runners on first and second for La Mesa National. Base runners is what they have now. They'd like to get more. Down by 6. Waving at it, not getting, is Dallas Cunningham, and the all-important second out is up there in lights now. Moniak getting another strikeout in the game. Riley Habbard hits it down to shortstop. He has it, goes over to first, and retires him. And Encinitas National will go to the championship game as they're able to beat La Mesa National 10-4. Coming all the way from the losers bracket, they're able to beat the team that beat them the other night and force a deciding championship game tomorrow night. They did it with a home run ball tonight. They had a total. They had the 3-run home run by Jake Cashman and a couple of 2-run home runs. 3 home runs in the game. 9 strikeout pitching by Mickey Moniak, their star hurler. And they'll get to play tomorrow night. The same 2 teams. Same bat channel, same bat time, as they used to say. And one of my most favorite shows of all time. Let's do it again tomorrow night. Stick with us. We'll be right back. We hope you enjoyed all the action from 4S Ranch Little League Home Field. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for George Langevin on the camera saying take care of yourself. God bless, and remember to save this one on the hard drive. Bye now.